Okay, good afternoon everyone. Hope you can all hear me. Before I start, I'd like to apologise for our slides because I don't think they do justice to the discussion in the session. We had a very limited amount of time to prepare, and we haven't even managed to get our own logo on the slides, so I think that demonstrates the pressure we were under. So today's health session focuses on infectious diseases, which are one of the key areas of FP7. And in particular, we concentrated on chikungunya, which is a re-emerging vector-borne disease. We also discussed FP7 and FP7 health and the funding opportunities that this presents. So I'm going to move into a quick overview of the presentations that we had. So our first speaker today was Graham Hughes. Graham is from Beta Technologies in the UK, and he's the UK's NCP for health. In the UK, we've actually got two NCPs for health, and Graham focuses more on the industrial side of things, and we have another NCP which focuses more on academic collaboration. So Graham delivered a very informative presentation on FP7, FP7 health, and the opportunities for collaborative funding. Graham highlighted the importance of FP7 health within FP7, and it's one of the two areas receiving the highest amount of funding. So FP7 Health has 6.1 billion euros earmarked for the duration of FP7. Health within FP7 is split across three broad pillars. So this covers basic through to transformational and then through to the infrastructure to treat people. Graham also talked about how to develop a proposal, and he discussed the importance NCPs can help in creating networks. So our second presentation today was delivered by Dr. Lisa Ang from the Singapore Immunology Network, which is part of A-STAR. Lisa spoke about deciphering immune responses to chikungunya and the development of new immune-based control strategies. She gave us a broad overview of the chikungunya virus, which is a re-emergent acute infectious disease transmitted by mosquitoes. And she demonstrated how the disease area was spreading geographically, and she had this on a very nice globe so we could see how the areas have moved over times. She also discussed the need for research from the field to the bench to the bear editing as well.
Thank you very much, Jessica, and since I also attended this session, I can confirm that it was a very lively discussion and good discussion in this session. So we move on to the third breakout session, to the session on biofuels.
Okay, thank you, Christoph. So I'm going to do my best to try to summarize this third thematic session breakout on the biofuel. So as you can see that we have a bit more speakers than the other two sessions. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are having a quite intensive presentation and discussion, maybe just a little bit less than other sessions. But this is just to show you, we really have a speaker presenting this morning. So the summary of the thematic section, instead of going through all of each presentation, I rather just state the scope of each presentation. The first one was talking about the feasibility study of the Tetova in Vietnam. This is the project with cooperation, the bilateral cooperation, so between the Netherlands and Tetova and in Vietnam. And the second one was discussing about the energy security issue, worldwide, and with a particular focus on Turkey's situation, talking on all the possible alternative choices. The third one, looking at the bilateral project between Vietnam and Belgium on the biofuel production chemistry. And this project has been carried for many years now. And the fourth one, talking about lessons learned on the sustainable development of the biofuel, especially in the developing country. And the fifth one is example of talking, I think we hear Rudy talked about it yesterday as well, regarding the bilateral collaboration between Indonesia and Netherlands on this agriculture beyond food, with the specific projects being currently implemented called the JARAP, which is a project on the Tetova development in Indonesia, and with some future perception on cassava as another choice. So from that, we were presented with 8 questions, and we're trying to answer as what everyone seen yesterday by Rudy as well. So just looking on, how does we at least in this session, try to shape up the collaboration and identify the future cooperation thing. So first slide, I just want to, there was some discussion on the, we have to understand the underlying difference. And I think yesterday in the panel session, there are some comments on, we really cannot looking at the technology or environment per se, but we have to really focus on what are the national needs in this region. And it's true that maybe we consider or focus less a bit on the environment, but focus more on how people are living in this region. So look at all the different lists, the list of the difference on the level of national agenda and the supporting infrastructure and resources. And one thing we have to draw attention is the different interpretation. When we say short term and long term, how short is short. When we consider short in Southeast Asia, may not be short considered in the EU, especially in the project carry on or implementation. And looking at also the different language, not linguistic, but also the communication, just to make sure that we understand correctly on both ways.